100 of the Angus cattle need to be moved to better feed and water. And I'm going cattle mustering. Yeehaw!
Hey guys, come on! Hey!
And it turns out to be the most fun I've had since I went on the bumper cars at the Royal Show when I was just a kid. Well, actually, I really like riding on these funny machines. They're incredible. They're called Argos. They're like little mini tanks that take on any terrain. Well, almost.
This is when you fall on your head. You alright?
Yeah, good. Made it. It's insane, this machine. You can go anywhere on it.
Pretty well, yeah, it floats, but when you get bogged, you get horribly blogged like we did over there.
It was good, we got it out eventually.
Hey boys, come on!
At Mundu, they only run Angus cattle. That's because the Japanese prefer buying this high marbling beef. I was at a restaurant the other day and they had I think it was a 400 gram cut of something.
Yeah.
$162.
I'd love to get that.
You'd love to buy it or you'd love to get it?
I'd like to sell it. I'd sell it to you half that price.
Colin gets about $3 a kilo for his Angus, but meat prices are not his biggest problem.
Come on, guys.
You see, salt is leaking through the barrages, destroying the island's drinking water and jeopardising their future.
Well, the way it's going with the water, you can't truck water into this country. You can on the high ground.
Not unless you've got a couple of these.
Well, they'll drink 50 to 60 litres a day each cow. Really, in 2 years' time, whether we can survive it or not, I don't know.
Colin's determined his son, the whip-cracking Jack, will have his chance to run Mundu.
But I just feel like, I don't own the place. I just try and do the best I can and then pass it on to the next generation.
So you're the caretaker?
Yeah, well, you can't rape and pillage because it comes back and bites you.
Sally may have married into Mundu, but she is absolutely in love with this place.
You wake up every morning, you don't hear anything other than cows and the chooks, and you look out and you see the kurong, and it's just a blessing to wake up every morning to this. Oh, I love it. It's in my blood. I just love it.
And I can highly recommend her tour. You get the car graveyard. Are they all your cars?
Some are ours and some are old farmers that have dumped them here over the years because there weren't dumps around back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No dumps?
Yeah.
Paddle steamer story?
Yeah. Colin's grandfather couldn't purchase materials post-war to build the yard, so he decided he'd purchase the paddle steamer Wilcannia and dismantled it on the river's edge, and it's all over the farm.
So he pulled apart a paddle steamer and built a farm?
And these are the bulkheads.
Now that's farmhouse ingenuity. Hey, you're taking me on the tour. What, this way? And the bit about the local birds. This is Australia's largest breeding habitat for pelicans. Who would have thought? Wow, I love pelicans.
Yeah, they're from Storm Boy.
Oh, because they filmed Storm Boy around this way too, didn't they?
Storm Boy was filmed just over there in the Kurong Sand Dunes.
And apparently that pelican's still alive.
Oh, I don't know. Can't imagine Mr. Percival's still alive.
No, he is, and he's making huge demands.
Is he?
He's become a very, very...
popular.
Up his bum, eh?
Talent,
yes. Okay. Heard it all before, hey, Sparks? Be back in a minute.
People are amazed that we have such a vast area, a unique area with bird life, history and an operating cattle station, yet we're so close to Adelaide.
It's funny for me because I've sort of grown up in it and seen it and I take it for granted a bit, I suppose, and people come down there quite gobsmacked.
Shouldn't you keep it hidden? What do you want them to come out for?
Well, we're very lucky to be here and it's nice to share it with people when they come, and we have a lot of international tourists and they just love it. So it's very nice to share it with people.
And it all ends with what else but a barbecue. Some of Colin's finest Angus and some Kurong mullet. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to get that cross pattern on your meat, you need to turn it over 4 times and changing the directions, and, well, look, just try it. You'll work it out. That's how Sparky likes it anyway. Don't tell anyone. Go on. Good boy. The steak is sensational.
Steak is...
The rump, fantastic. The Scotch fillet I just had a bit of, heavenly. T-bone, I'm going to eat in a minute. Cheers.
Ballastone wine, Cooper's beer, beautiful.
Life doesn't get better. Thank you very much for having me.
Do go, Sparky.
What a perfect way to finish my time here in the Fleurieu Peninsula. Come on, how can you resist? I know you want to come over. Jetstar can fly you to Adelaide direct from 7 cities. And if you want to find out more about their best deals, then log on to mercuriosmenu.com and go to the Jetstar link. Once you're there, you'll also find a great deal in a budget rent-a-car, as well as all the recipes from the show, including my favourite, my venison. So now you know where the Fleurieu Peninsula is, what great food, wine and produce you can get, and some of the amazing experiences you can have, including some unexpected ones. So, I'm sorry South Aussies, but I've blown your secret holiday destination, but it had to be done. Camels in Victor Harbour, who would have thought?